Magic is produced in such a wide variety of ways. I love all the corners of the earth from which we come and all that we bring. And next, we have a pledge that speaks to this, organized by a brilliant community organizer, poet, entertainer, Apple Crumble fan, friend to all of us poets, and we just adore you and appreciate you so much. I would like to welcome Gary Huskisson, though I know he's not starting us off with this, but I'm wondering, Gary, would you like to say some words before we introduce the first verse of the pledge? Gary Huskisson.
Hello. Oh, thank you, Christine and Joe, for this opportunity. I'm sort of overwhelmed by all the support I'm getting around my poetry, beautiful family. On Martin Luther King's birthday, we did an event on the Ring, and it came up with the idea of writing a new dream, of a dream speech, not to get rid of it, where I asked a lot of you to donate a line, contribute to a line, which a lot of you have, which I'm seeing here, which is absolutely great. The intention is to do, we did a fantastic one with, I can see her around with Margaret and Dane and Trish during the week, which was the first time, but since then the pledge has got bigger, and the main idea is that this pledge is going to go viral. It'll be available on a PDF if anybody wants it next week, an email. But the best news this week, not a great week, is that 2 local schools are making their own pledges. They're going to make videos, and that's the beauty of it. There's 50 contributions on this, over 50, and there's 3 of them are from a 9, 10, and a 12-year-old. But it's 2, and I'm hoping then here to get some more schools involved in it the week after. So we have these pledges that literally go global as well. Right then, it's I'm just looking to make sure. Christine, Joe, Leslie, Brian, Dane, Trish. Let me introduce to you the pledge, starting with our Joe.
Okay, the pledge: to be an ally that is true and hold the door for everyone who is at the back of the queue, as I will never truly know the weight of pain and the struggles you encounter in this fight for equality and race struggle you encounter. In this fight for equality, I will hold the door open for all those who are back of the queue in getting their basic rights. It is the bare minimum that I can do. Black Lives Matter is the minimum that is expectation of global no justice, no peace. I pledge to help people and respect them the way they are. India Stratton, age 7. I pledge to actively fight racism when we see it. Theo Stratton, age 10. I pledge to always listen to people who say they are in need. Amber Kingston, age 10.
To be less afraid in changing the world with the spoken words, poets loud and proud who want to be heard. I pledge to use my voice to support those who have no voice. I will strive to treat all as we would expect ourselves to be treated, and to challenge those who identify others by the color of their skin. I pledge to choose every day to treat all humans with decency, ignoring preconceived ideas and awakening to deep-seated unconsciousness conditioning that results in prejudgment of any behavior afflicting and affecting others. May we all one day soon realize that the dream you saw, you envisioned it so that we could also dream of equality. Together we stand awaiting a new dawn to show us another day filled with hope, to speak truth to power, afflicting the comfortable and comfort the affected. I cannot commit to being colorblind, but I can commit to being kind until we learn to look inside. The mark of society is how it treats people. It's quite clear that treating people as a lesser human being is bullying. To wash the slate clean and help those who don't have the means. to enable us all to have a strong spirit of love, to do better as individuals and as a society, to overcome the inertia, to educate and to communicate so we can feel as one in light and love, to revel in the hope of joy and solidarity so that we can face up to the truth, to the challenges we encounter.
Follow the light in love. I pledge to believe those who are in pain unconditionally and respond with openness and with love every day to keep fighting for what is right.
To find a cure for colourblindness and help those who are too blind to see that equality fully doesn't exist. To acknowledge the only way to pay homage to the struggle of our ancestors is to keep fighting for justice.
I pledge to use voice for good, to decolonize my mouth, to speak with inclusivity, to hold tight to the truth that words matter. The words we use fuel the actions in spontaneous combustion that ignite everlasting change. Time to put on your thinking cap. Cut out the crap. We will walk together across the same map. I pledge to walk the walk humbly with courage, to match the courage of those being oppressed, holding up the universal laws of fairness, justice, and love for all. I promise, hold, and lift up high the everlasting beacon which guides the path to freedom. Love is the pledge of truth, of trust and truth through all people, all minorities, all disabled people, all but all human beings have right to live in dignity.
I have a dream that our governments will no longer sell weapons of mass destruction to oppressive regimes. I have a dream that one day we shall put healthcare above warfare and invest money on medicines that heal instead of weapons that kill. We pledge to treat all individuals with the same level of respect we expect to be treated with ourselves, regardless of age, race, gender, or social standing.
We refuse to be brainwashed by any media, but will have the decency to look through any mass prejudice and form our own unbiased opinion based on facts rather than herd mentality. I pledge I am born of happiness, love, and freedom. I accept you with the same courtesy and compassion, thus to end deportations in a borderless world, where we walk the walk in the footsteps of our ancestors, in the march to glory, honouring the procession of Black men, women, and children by each forward step, one of courage that will never allow our bare feet to stop.
I will consider it's my moral duty not just to tick a light box when I witness the social injustice. I would seek to support the vulnerable and say it louder so as not to champion the perpetrator.
I pledge not to judge a book by its cover, whatever color it is, and celebrate its culture by dancing to the beat of every turn of the page. When we ask the question, why are they still fighting for civil rights? When are you going to be satisfied? The answer we shall give will be never. As long as ever, Black men, women, and children in any time zone living in the chalk lines of tyranny, of the police brutality, in the shadow of institutionalized racism, I pledge we shall never remain silent. Silence condones. We pledge by actions to use our ability to communicate our voices, our creativity as tools to combat racism. We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is in the victim of the unspeakable horrors that are not humane, morally wrong in any society. In this dream, we must continue. We will be all live in harmony. I pledge to articulate no one choose their DNA currently residing in a womb. We all have a heart that beats to a rhythm which unconditionally knows what is right and what is wrong. The beat is felt when love begins to grow. Hate breeds hate. People who feel such hate, we pledge to them to understand, and that origin of their hate is fear. We pledge to show them a mirror and show them their reflection. It is not refracted, but it is true. I pledge that each individual can practice their spiritual belief and put their prayer mat in the direction they wish without fear.
It is scorched in stone that is stated that no being shall sit on the edge of despair, lacking the air of hope, but float in the raindrops of growth that will create a forest for all and not forest of all for one and not one for all. I pledge that when each individual rises from being on one knee, they will all be blessed, feel blessed, and bless their neighbor and their stranger.
There will no longer be a Black monopoly on pain and of lost hope. Together we will rise and throw of the dice. Together we rise to word prejudice into the archives where there is no discrimination, no fear, an abolishment of hate, forging a mix of races, beliefs, and healthy debate. I pledge to fight racism, injustice, and racism through poetry and activism to show solidarity with others against the forces of division. I pledge to peacefully protest in support of those whose status has been marginalized by the minority. I pledge to support individuality and leadership within communities, demand inclusivity, and help dismantle any authority that neglects to reinvest power in the people.
I pledge to resist discrimination and bigotry wherever I see it in the hope of a fairer world for everyone.
This pledge will shout it from the rooftops, preach it from the pulpit, teach it in our textbooks, stamp it on our passports. We will say it louder and be kinder.
Every day I will keep fighting for what's right while people continue to be blinded that equality fully exists, because it does not. Hence, we will continue fighting for the equality our ancestors have sacrificed their lives for.
Thank you, guys. We will together find where is love. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Gary.
Wow. So good to hear everyone reading that together. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone who. Thank you for Leslie filling in at last minute. Just thank you, guys. It's just.
You've done amazing work there, Gary. Amazing work.
We don't do poetry books no more. We're a community of people who support each other. So, and that's what we've become. Thank you, guys. Next meetings are at the Gasol as well. Up to you, Christine.
Oh, Gary Huskisson, what you build. I mean, you know, doing the work and actually putting that together and bringing people together and articulating and sharing and amplifying the voices. That is real work, and it is so important. And for you to do this and for you to share this with us, we are just humbled and honored and grateful. And thank you, Gary. You are
honestly, guys, that was just truly amazing, guys. Honestly, a lot. All of you are countless friends.
Oh, we love you so much. Thank you, Gary. Oh. Yeah, that's oof. Powerful movement.
What I did to cheer
Gary,
myself about this was to write a poem like Joe, so that's next week.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to that. We cover all the bases here.
Gary, can I just ask, could we actually, when this pledge is up and available in PDF, I'd
Yeah.
like a copy, but also can we actually find some way of getting it to the political leaders of both various countries?
There's a project coming out of Washington DC at the moment called the Millennium Project. It was going under Donald's reign, but they tried to keep it quiet. There's a guy called Donald Brown, and they're basically getting young people from all around the world to do different things. The project, I've spoke to him today to get the video of the pledge too, and I'm quite confident that he will literally generate as part of this Millennium Project of bringing people together.
That's brilliant. Is Boris getting a copy of it?
No, well, some of the Labour politicians, Colin Lewis, not Diana, but the other Butler, Dawn Butler, has asked us to please, and I'm trying to get in contact with David Lammy. So, oh shit, sorry guys.
All right. When you send me a copy, if it's okay, I'll pass it on to my local MPs and push it locally.
Yeah, it's got to be shared, and please, I don't want my name with it because we've all done it, and that's the reason, Guy. And we, think global, act local has always been my motto, and within that it's all of our work. I've still got everybody who put a contribution. I can tell you which part they put in. I've got it all lined out as well. But thank you guys. This has been out of everything done. This is better than any poem I've ever written or anything else. This is like the best. But we're going to go. I'm going to move up. I'm not going to just stand each time. I'm going to just keep on going. Thank you. Oh, I need a drink.
Woo! Yes, thank you.